Welcome in. How we doing? How we feeling? What's the vibes? What's the vibes? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Pentacles is everything and all we ever wanted. Ten of Pentacles is when we truly understand like what we are here to do. So when it's in reverse, we're working in direct opposition of our life path, of our divine life path, of our soul contract. Why would that be the case? Why would that be the case? Four of Swords. Oh, okay. You have been manipulated. Boy, have we been manipulated. You have been coerced, okay? Right now, you are under the hex, okay? You are under the hex, the curse, if you will, of capitalization. I almost called it condemnation because that's what it is. Pure, pure condemnation. You're under the hex of the conditioning of Western society, honey. Okay, because we don't have time to fast. We don't have time to pray. We don't have time for our spiritual well-being, our spiritual hygiene, because we have to go to work. Because we have to work. And we don't have time to spend with our family. We don't have time to cultivate relationship with ourselves. We don't have the time to have really in-depth conversations with ourselves. Why don't you meditate? Because there's no time. There's no time, right? That this is the hex. This is the curse that I'm talking about. Okay, that is manipulation. If you guys see, we're working in direct opposition of our highest and greatest good because we are under the curse of life. And life is a blessing and a curse. It's all a blessing and a curse. It's all a blessing and a curse, and you have to just be with the blessing. You just have to vibrate at the vibration at the frequency of the blessing. You got to take the good with the bad, but I'm gonna vibrate at the frequency of the good. Seven of Cups. We have options. We have options. But now we're confused because the site that we're seeing through is that which is under the hex. Because we would never be, God is not a God of confusion. We would never be in the position of the Seven of Cups when we're under, because the Seven of Cups is not only options, but it's also about, it speaks to the illusions and delusions that create options, okay? It's like fake options. Some of these are not truly options. Some of these are options that are informed by the hex, okay? And that is the confusion, and it ain't God. Because why? God is not a God of confusion. We're going to keep the Seven of Cups out, and we're going to pray. Let's take a moment to pray. Let's take a moment to breathe. Let's take a moment to pray. Mother God, Father, Son, Divine Holy Spirit, Ascended Ancestors, Angels, Soul God, Spirit Tribe, thank you so much for deep, deep breath. Thank you for your example of unconditional love. Thank you for the power to manifest exactly what we desire. I pray that these words are not mine, but that of our ancestors, of the Creator, of angels, guides, high source energy, high power energy running through me. I step out the way. I'll step out the way. Okay? Leaving only my highest. Thank you, Ashe. Highest self. Leaving them here. Thank you. Four of Swords is coming back out again. I try to put her back. Okay? And the Four of Swords reminds me of a funeral. It reminds me of being in church. But God, right? But God. Wow, the Four of Swords. Give me a second. Yeah. It's like you're under spiritual attack. You're under a spiritual attack. There's a lot of spiritual disillusion going on in the mind space because you're not confident. You were in a vulnerable place, you're in an open place. You're in an open place, and the advice is to be vulnerable. The advice is to be open. But and I say yes to that. I say yes to being vulnerable, yes to being open. And I also say yes to discernment. And I also say yes to intuition. I also say yes to your gut instinct. And I also say yes to aligning to your deepest solar plexus, Manipura chakra leading, okay? Leading from that solar plexus chakra, because that is the confidence, that is the will center. That is I know that I know that I know that I know. You just have to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are here, okay? And those who are here for a reason. Because we also know God does not make any mistakes. God does not make any mistakes. So whatever, how do we get out of the illusions and delusions? We have the Nine of Cups in reverse, y'all. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. And usually I would be like, oh, this is depression, especially following the Four of Swords. Some of you are depressed. Some of your depression is stemming from your spiritual disillusion. Some of you are saddened and depressed because you think that God has not heard you. You think that you have prayed and you have manifested, you have done everything, and God has not shown up for you. Not only has God not shown up for you, but you have landed yourself in more shit. Okay? You have landed yourself in more shit. It's like time and time again. Time and time again. It's like, is God even real? That's a good question. Is God real? Well, only what's real to you is real. Only what is real to you is real. So if God is real to you, then God is real. And if you are real, then God is real. Okay? And if you know that you're real, then you know that God's real. And now you just need to realize that, the one thing that you and God have in common is everything. It's everything. It is. What limits us is the vessel. The vessel is the vehicle that we chose for our soul to transit this lifetime in. So when you feel limitations in your human body, know it's the vessel, it's the body. And we're supposed to be experiencing a certain amount of limitations for this experience here on earth. Okay? That's totally normal. Don't worry about it. Seven of Wands. We have the Seven of Wands here. Digging. Okay? That's the answer. Keep on asking questions to the question. We used to do that when we were younger, when we were curious, okay? When we knew that we had a lot to learn, when we knew there was so much that we didn't know, we asked a lot of questions. And now we have come into a place of complacency because we're frustrated that the information that we do have is not fully serving us. It's not fully serving us. But we feel like we've accumulated some things, but if you still have questions, you have to deepen that. You have to keep on going, okay? Don't give up now. Keep on asking the questions. Keep on digging deeper. Keep on following your intuition, following your instinct. Like, make it a game. Make it fun. Be like, okay, what will happen if I just follow my gut and then kept on following my gut? I don't even know what's after that. Like make it a game. What would happen if? What will happen when? We got the Seven of Wands and the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands is giving us big Leo energy. Welcome to Leo season. The Six of Wands is totally on the other side. The Six of Wands is front and center, to be seen, to be glorified. I think I referred to the Six of Wands the other day as Beyonce. Okay? It's like the Six of Wands is not even trying. She went outside to just get her meal, and everybody's flocking to her because she's just that magnetic, that electrifying. And that is what the Leo sun ruled energy is here to offer us. It's here to offer us this magnetic electricity. Okay? And that with that magnetic electricity, we can use that to amplify and illuminate what's good. What's good. Okay? And what I mean by what's good is the pros, okay? The good things, all right? Our talents, gifts, abilities, our strong suits, our beauty, our confidence, all the things, you know? It's here to amplify. But it also, that energy also attracts. It also attracts exactly what you want, exactly what you desire. So at the end of the day, it's always going to come down to less doing, more being. We used to have this problem where we talked about what we were going to do, but we weren't doing. Like we would talk about all the things we want to do, what we're going to do and what we're going to do. And that's cool and all. And I know let's get to the doing, but it was never about doing. That's why we get stuck at the doing, because it was never about doing. Aren't you sick of listening to yourself talk about what you want to do and just talk about it, and it never gets past talking about it, or hearing somebody talk about what they want to do, or saying to somebody what you would like them to do, what you need them to do, what you want them to do? And it's all talk about the doing, and we get real stuck at the doing. And sometimes we do, and we still get stuck along the way. It was never about the doing. It was never about the doing. Let's talk about what we want to be. Let's talk about how we want to feel and feel it. Let's start with feeling it, okay? Let's not hold off on the doing. Let's start with feeling, right? Okay. My friend said, all I need is 20K right now. 20K would solve a lot of problems for me. 20K would solve a lot of problems for me. Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. You don't have the 20K, do you? What are you doing to get the 20K? Well, what you do to get the 20K is just be. You be. How do you be? Let's start with the feeling. What would it feel like? Let's not jump to what the 20K would do for us, again, with the doing. Let's not jump to what the 20K would do, and let's start with how the 20K would feel, because right here, right now, we have feeling in our body. Hallelujah. Right here, right now, we have feeling in our body. We do not have the 20K, but we do have feeling in our body. So let's start with what we have. There's another thing about what we have. Learning to, be grateful for what we have. My affirmation for this season and my focus for this Leo season is I'm going to, for just this season, just this Leo season, I'm going to forget about my cons list. And I'm going to focus only on my pros list. So I have a pros and cons list. Say we have several pros and cons lists for several different things. Let's forget about the cons list this season. Let's just focus on the pros list, and let's amplify the energy, okay? Because that is the sun. The sun is illuminating. So why don't we just focus on what we have? We have the sun right now. We have the energy of the sun offering us that electromagnetic illumination, okay? Nine of Pentacles, okay? We just came from the 9 of Cups in reverse, and now we're at the 9 of Pentacles. That is what Leo has to offer, and that is abundance. We have just moved past the feeling. I would expect a cups or a six to come out, but we have the pentacles. We have moved already. Just from the thought of feeling it. Ooh, just from the thought of feeling it. How does that feel? How does just the thought of feeling it feel? Nine of Pentacles. Somebody finna get a ring. Somebody finna get a ring. A ring. Oh, y'all lucky this is not my left hand, but it probably looks like my left hand to y'all. I never wear rings. I have this ring on. I love rings, but you know, I'm low maintenance. I'm very low maintenance. You know, no makeup, no hair, no, very low maintenance. Yeah, somebody's gonna get married. Somebody's gonna get pregnant. You know, the things are happening. Life is progressing. Yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah. We're stepping into the divine feminine. There's divine feminine energy coming out here. Like I said, I see a lot of mothering energy. Some people are preparing to become mothers right now. Some people are preparing to be engaged. And then our little reminder here, the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. The little reminder is that when life is down, it only gets up. The wheel will always keep spinning. Sometimes it spins fast and sometimes it spins slow, but the wheel will keep on spinning. And this wheel is reminding me to talk about retrogrades, that we're in a retrograde season. So with the wheel might feel like it's going backwards, but guess what? Even if the wheel goes backwards, it still goes up. It still goes back up. It don't matter what direction it goes in. It still goes up, but it might be moving slow. Just know it's about it. You in this moment of the down, in this moment of being at the bottom of the wheel, you can start to sense, feel, and call in what the up is going to be like. And the more that you feel, sense, and call it in, you immediately are speeding up your timeline. So I had like this guided channel message about God evolving. I said, God, do you evolve too? Like, do you evolve with the times? You feel like an evolving God. Do you evolve with the times? And the message that I got back is, no, fool. I don't evolve. I am the evolution. Not only does God orchestrate the revolution and the evolution, but God is the moment. God is the time. Okay, they are the moments. Yeah, no, that gags me because I was like, oh yeah, you're right. So God is evolving. No, God is evolution. God is evolution. Really, the evolution that is important for us as humans is that we recognize that God is the evolution. And that once we know God, we are in the evolution now. We are in the evolution. We are an evolution. We are a transformation. Okay? That is the answer. The deeper we grow closer to God, the more that we evolve. Okay? Here, I have to give a little scenario. Here is God, aka the evolution. Here is us. We get closer to God. We get closer to God. God is ourselves. We get closer to ourselves. We get closer to our soul, our Christ consciousness, right? The closer we get to the evolution, now we're like a vibrating evolution. The closer we get to the evolution, the more we evolve. Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. The more we evolve, the more we get closer to God, the more we evolve, because the more of the evolution we're experiencing. Does that make sense? The closer we get to the person, the more of the evolution we get to see, the more of the evolution we get to experience. It's like the wide lens. It's like the wide lens. The more we go closer to God, the more that we evolve and transform, the more, the wider we get, the more expansive we get, the more we just get bigger and bigger and bigger because we're evolving so much, right? And now we have this full big picture. Okay, it's like this. You start like this. This is you right here. You start like that, right? And then you evolve, 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 you evolve. You can see so much more. You get to experience so much more of God. That is the evolution. Okay? Do we understand? The reason why I gave so many breakdowns is because I kept on hearing, what? Like, I kept on seeing confused faces on the other side of the screen. So I want to make sure that you understand that God is the evolution, and the more that we evolve, the more of this evolution we get to experience. Okay? The more deeper we understand God, we understand that God is everything. There is nothing that God is not. And when I say that, I'm saying that meaning that there is nothing that God is not. Even the lowest thing, that is God at a low vibration. That thing could be at a God consciousness. That thing raised at a God consciousness is incredible. It's nothing what it looks like down there at that low vibration. I mean, when you're at that low vibration, your identity is not in Christ. You have not accepted God as the all in all, the everything in. You have not accepted God into your heart. You have not accepted Christ into your heart, Christ consciousness into your heart, where your blood pumps from. Your heart pumps your blood through your veins. Do you understand that? Do you understand what the heart does? The heart is keeping you alive. Tend to your heart. Love from your heart. See from your heart. Know from your heart. Listen from your heart. Open up the third eye, first eye of your heart. Open up the eye of your heart. That is God. God is life force energy, the very breath. Okay? The very breath. We are the breath of God. Because God don't have no actual breath. God has soul. God just got a whole lot of soul, a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of soul. Explorer of possibilities. You are opening to new ways of acting, learning through experience. Curiosity is your greatest ally now. Try, fail, learn, repeat. The Hanged Man. Go. It's time to make moves. Get out the head. Get out of the Seven of Cups. Get out of the Seven of Cups. And go, 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 go. You've thought about it deeply. You've thought about it deeply. Stop thinking and be. Be. Okay? I'm going to stop. Like, I don't want to talk about it no more. I just want to be. Let me see. And it's not a doing thing, y'all. It's not a doing thing. It's a feeling thing. It's a being thing. So I definitely felt like I spoke a different language for this entire time. But if you understood anything that I said, please let me know down below. Let me know down below. We're going to leave you with, okay, that really wanted to come out, with some love angel messages. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Oh, if any of you had love on your mind and you were like, is this the one? Am I being punked? Nope, it's the one. It's the one. This is a romance of a lifetime. That's what I'm looking for. The giving and learning, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. I mean, don't we know it? The more we evolved, the more love we get to experience, because the closer we get to God, the more we understand love, because God is love. The blood. You feel me? And also, if you are in love, looking for love, love, let go of control issues. Let go of the control. Let go. Let God take the wheel. Truly. On this one, let God do it. Let God take the wheel. Nothing is yours. Everything is you. 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 I took that from Muji. Muji. You could search very high vibrational brethren, shaman. What is he actually? Like a monk? All right, y'all. Peace, protection, and power. Power? Peace, power, and protection. Peace, power, and protection over all of y'all. Peace, power, and protection all over all of y'all. All of